Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we finally opened the doors at Basikava, allowing us and the Prophet and his people entry into the Slith homelands. We found a bit of ruins, no idea what else we're going to find, and we agreed to go with him. I only hope we're not going to end up with as frustrating a time as the previous areas. I also hope there's some kind of merchant or the like out here. Here's to hoping. Let's go out and see if we can find the Prophet again. You find a stout wooden lever, pull the lever. No idea what that did. It's a guard room. This is a simple, pleasant shrine. Non-Darkling Sliths are religious people, and evidently, even here in the Guardpost, the Sliths needed a small shrine. Okay, then. It looks like the Sliths managed to... Yep, they rebuilt the bridge. That's good. When you try to walk back into the deeps under Basikava, the guards stop you. No one can pass. The Prophet's orders are to keep everyone away from the doors, including you. Okay, then. I'm not sure why, but okay. Oh, a boat. That's interesting. You think the sign says office or something to that effect. At first, you are surprised to see someone at the desk here. Then you realize that this is not one of the legendary homeland Sliths, but a simple fellow traveler who merely got here before you. She smiles at you pleasantly. Hi there. Who are you? My name is Athas. I'm from Nass. I was the librarian at the Temple of the Goddess before it was destroyed. Now I'm Cass's personal assistant. Do you know where Cass is? Yes, he's down by the east gate. Cross the river and head east. You'll find him. What is this building? It was the offices of the two commanding officers for this guard post, we think. Now the Prophet and Pithos have taken it over. Pithos? Who's that? He's one of the Prophet's chief assistants. I'm surprised you haven't heard of him yet. I suppose he never left the Prophet's side while the Prophet was sick, though, so you must have only dealt with Cass. Pithos and I were the ones who first saw the Prophet when he came to Nass. We were neighbors on the outskirts of Nass, and he came stumbling up to Pithos's doorstep while the two of us were talking. We listened as his story came pouring out, and it was Pithos who first called him the Prophet. That's why it's so hard for me to remember. I knew him when he was just Laguerre. Pithos told him that he should go to Nass and tell everyone his story. Yes, indeed. Little did we know what that would eventually lead to. Well, what's done is done. Pithos has been with the Prophet since the beginning, though. Can I go in and see Laguerre? No, he's not seeing visitors right now. You'll still have to talk with Cass to get your orders. Here stands the mightiest Slith warrior you have ever seen. He is almost as tall as Laguerre, and he is as thickly built as even the bulkiest human. He keeps a 2-tine spear strapped across his back, carrying it as if it weighs nothing. Hello, adventurers, he says, his voice hissing sibilantly. Who are you? My name is Pithos. I am one of Laguerre's chief assistants. Where are you from? Nass. I, with Athas, was one of the first to greet Laguerre when he arrived. How did you come to work for Laguerre? He told me his story, how he lived in lost Basikava, how the goddess spoke to him, how lost Basikava was destroyed, and how now, 20 years later, he re-emerged to bring us to our homeland. I knew then that he was the one the prophecies spoke of. He was the Prophet. Prophecies. The Prophet. In our oral tradition, we Sliths have a set of prophecies about the return. It comes from an augury cast by Thys himself, the leader of the original Darklings. It tells that one will lead us from our exile, performing many miracles and many great deeds. This one is traditionally known as the Prophet. I knew that Laguerre was this one. I was the first to call him by this name that everyone now uses. If you were the first to call him that, why don't you call him that now? He is the Prophet, but he is also a Slith. I knew him as Laguerre. Therefore, he is Laguerre to me. If you had to guess, you'd say there was more to the story, but Pithos probably isn't going to say anything more now. Isn't Cass supposed to be Laguerre's chief assistant? He and I work together. We are equals. What else do you wish to know? What are you doing right now? I am considering our options. The normal passageway out of here, across the river into the east, is blocked. The river itself is shallow, so that we might wade or swim it, but we do not know where it leads. We could try to dig out the path to the east, or explore the river north or south. I suppose that does not concern you at the moment, though. Your task is different. I think Laguerre was going to send you on a scouting expedition down the river, but I have not spoken with him recently. You should go to him and find out what he wants you to do. I might know where the river system leads. Describe the book you read about the Basikavan's water system. You think the river leads into ancient Basikava? That would be very strange indeed. Why wouldn't the Basikavans have gone upstream a bit and found their way into the homeland then? You will still have to scout down the river and see what is truly there. I'll go talk to him then. Good. He will give you your instructions. You have reached Laguerre's door. It sounds like he's praying, though. Probably shouldn't bother him. Alright, cross the river. This bridge has been rebuilt recently. Looks as though the other side was once farther away than it is now. The river must have been wider when this guardpost was inhabited. Looking closer, you can see that the other side is noticeably dug out for several paces, evidence of ancient water flow across that land. Interesting. When you try to walk along the river to the south, the guard stops you. You cannot pass. Prophet's orders. There's some old and withering crops here. These are probably strange, foreign-looking mushrooms, but they were probably nutritious. This must have been the food source for the guard post. Interesting, considering as far as I know, I thought they sliffs ate fish, not crops. Do you have permission to board this boat and head north? No. Then I can't let you pass. He stands in your way, blocking you. Okay then. Cass stands before you, staring at the wreckage of what was once a path away from this guard post. Greetings! I must congratulate you on your work so far. You did an excellent job clearing the way to that door. I must also welcome you to the lands beyond the gate. What is this place? It is a guard post. At one time, Sliths from the homeland manned this post guarding the steel doors. I do not understand why they chose to do so, because anything powerful enough to open those doors would have torn an armed guard apart. The post has long since been abandoned, however. Abandoned? The walls are cracked and rotting. The mushroom fields are untended and dying. This area has been abandoned for decades. Maybe they left because of the cave quake. Explain what the ghost in ancient Basikava told you. Cass thinks for a long moment. The prophet makes occasional reference to the cataclysm, but I never asked him what it was. This may be what he meant. I shall ask him. If I remember his words correctly, he said that cataclysm happened more than 60 years ago. If that was the cause for abandoning the guard post, it has been vacant for a long time. Where did they go? I do not know. We have found no sign of their intentions or motivations anywhere. The old path out of the guard post was to the east of here, but it has collapsed. We don't know whether that was before or after this place was abandoned, though. They left behind some writing that the prophet has been attempting to translate, but he has been unsuccessful so far. Where is Laguerre? The prophet is communing with the goddess and planning the next stage of our journey. He is in the offices to the north of here. Cass indicates a building to the north. He is also attempting to translate some texts that he discovered. He hopes that these texts will shed some light on the question of where the inhabitants of this guard post went. You will be unavailable for a while. In the meantime, you should still speak to me to get your assignments. Is there anyone here who will buy my extra items? We travel light, so there are not many who would be interested in having extra items. However, one among us, Silthok, used to be a merchant. He is by the bend in the river to the west. What should we do now? As you can see, the path out of this guard post is destroyed. The tunnel has collapsed. We have an alternate route, however. In the south we have found a hole in the cave wall. I want you to scout that path. Clear it if it needs clearing. I need to know if it leads into a larger cavern, or if it just dead ends somewhere. Report back to me when you have discovered something. If you are injured or become injured, you can rest in the same room again to restore your energies. Thank you for actually telling me this. This room looks like it used to be a garrison. Now the many slits traveling with Laguerre stay here. None of them look like they want to talk to you. Okay then. That's just a random slith chief. Phaedra and Macron are sitting in this room playing chess. It's Macron's move, and he seems to be thinking it over very, very carefully. The journalist Macron sits here, playing chess with Phaedra. He is staring at the board intently and only glances up as you approach. Oh, hello! I'm at a rather critical juncture in this game, as you can see. He looks back down to the board. Perhaps if I move my rook to a4. No. My knight to b6. No. Oh well, I'm sure there's an answer here somewhere. Are you losing the chess game? Losing? No, of course not. I'm in a rather difficult position, but I am sure that I will find some way out of it. Sooner or later. How did you get stuck here? You're human. Well, as you know, I'm here because I'm a journalist. That's why I went to see Laguerre in the first place. But then when the Sliths of Nas attacked, I couldn't get out. Anyone coming from Los Basicava was considered to be on Laguerre's side. They would have killed me. The same thing happened to Phaedra. She tells me that the situation will be remedied soon, that the soldiers of Fort Ranlon will catch wind of these events and will negotiate with High Priest Pathos, leader of the army. But for the time being, we are stuck, and I have a move to make. He looks back at the board. Before you is a great warrior. As she shifts in her chair, you can see her finely toned muscles vividly under her skin. She almost palpably radiates magical energy, too. She's a powerful individual. She's playing chess with Macron. It is Macron's move, and by the looks of it, it has been his move for quite some time. She looks up as you approach. Hey there, she says, smiling. Can you identify my items? Yay, finally! We have a few things we can identify. Rings of Grief. Okay, one was a Ring of Grief. The others are Firewalker bands. And you have another Firewalker band. Crystal Charm, protection from petrification. And Magic Plate Mail. That is incredibly powerful. I wish I had grabbed more. Hi, Phaedra. You remember me. I'm flattered. She grins. Are you winning the chess game? Yeah, but Macron won't admit it. I have him in a mate in 3, and he's convinced that there's some way out of it. Give it up, paperboy. I won. Macron shakes his head vigorously. I am in a rather difficult position, yes, but I am sure, I have no doubt, that if I consider all the options carefully, there is some way out. And so we sit. And so we have sat for, I don't know, for a long time. Laguerre wants me to scout south, down the river. Interesting. He wants me to scout north. I decided to head that way as soon as I beat Macron at this game. I didn't realize how long that might take. Alright, thank you. Alright. Ring of Grief we will get rid of. Firewalker Band is 25% resistance to fire damage. Okay, switch out the Blessed Plate Mail for the Magic Plate Mail. And the Magic Plate Mail on Sheik. And the Steel Plate Mail... No, I'm going to sell the Steel Plate Mail. Alright, he said there was a merchant in here somewhere. Slith Chief, Slith Priest, Green Slith Warrior, Dark Slith Priest, Green Slith Chief. She said there was someone who would buy it. Where? By the bend in the river to the west. Okay. Ah, that must be him. What else can I do for you? Slithawk ass. Sorry. What are you doing? Thinking. We have finally done it. We are across the threshold into our homeland, but what is there? A deserted guard post. If this is what the homeland is like all over, we may as well have not come. He sounds discouraged. You can hardly blame him. If when the humans re-emerged from Avernum they had found the Empire totally destroyed, they would have been devastated. How did you come to be part of this expedition? I was a trader in Nass and Blosk. I sold weapons, tools, and assorted other things. When the Gare emerged, I thought... He pauses and looks at you very carefully. Whatever he sees seems to satisfy him. I thought it might be profitable to come along. The homeland must surely be rich with treasure. We'd been told that it was a paradise with glorious civilization, so they must have some trinkets they could sell. He glances around at the abandoned buildings. Nothing else, there must be raw materials that are worth something. Spices, perhaps, or exotic plants. At least I hope so. Would you like to do some trading? Hey, sure, he would. Can sell some of these things. I don't think I need the Firewalker bands. I got Warrior Ring, Quicksilver Ring, Fletcher's Ring, which is going to stay on there, and Maynard's Signet, which is going to stay on there. I may need to sell some of these things. I forgot to get the halberd identified. I'll go get that identified right away. Yes, identify the halberd. Halberd of Kalendor, 8 to 72! Holy crap, plus 40 damage to undead and... Wow! Hello, OP weapon! That is totally getting sold. I mean, totally being used. The other one is getting sold. Alright, so, sell the Firewalker bands. Sell the Ring of Skill. Sell that. Sell that. And you... Sell that, sell that, sell that. Crystal Charm... might be handy. But all it does is protection from petrification. As useful as it is... I mean, I'll hold on to it, you never know. Just in case. Alright, and he has a Rod of Major Call, no thanks, and Shield of Kron. Plus 5% protection from all damage, 1 to 12, plus 4. I mean, it's not too bad. Nah, I'm not gonna buy anything. Do you have any unusual items? In fact, I do. I have a few spellbooks that I could allow you to read for certain prices. I don't know magic myself, but I am told that they are quite powerful and could aid you a great deal. For 500 coins, I could let you read the text that describes an efficient way to cast mass healing. For 7,000, you could read the one about Fire Blast. For 1,000, you could read the one on Divine Retribution. And my best book, one that teaches a super efficient Repel Spirit, you could read for a mere 2,000 coins. I'm going to save before doing it so that I don't waste coins. Because it's possible some of them won't help me. Alright, let's speak with you. Mass healing. He pulls out a book and you learn mass healing in greater depth than you knew it before. Bonnie learns it at skill 3. Okay, handy. Fire Blast. Draco learns it at skill 3. Divine Retribution. Divine Retribution at skill 2, and Repel Spirit. Repel Spirit at skill 4. Huh. You know what, it was expensive, but we could do it, so we may as well. I mean, I don't use all of those spells, but hey, a little bit of extra helps out. Hopefully. Even if I don't use Divine Retribution, really. But considering what's mentioned about undead, we're learning Repel Spirit here. We got that, that halberd that is incredibly powerful against undead. I have a feeling we're going to be fighting more undead out here. Oh, yay. I'm not heading north. Probably will be ending up going north eventually. The path here narrows and follows the river for a ways. If you wish to continue, We will, but I'm going to end this episode here. A little shorter episode, but it seems like a decent place to end it. We've finally spoken with everyone here. We've had a decent rest. Actually, I should regain my energy by... Yes, rest. Regain what little energy we have. Thank you. Who is that? Oh, it's just a warrior. Okay. Right then. Next episode, we'll head down there and see what we can scout out and find. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.